2025 is right around the corner, and with that comes a new year. And with the new year comes New Year's resolutions. And when it comes to New Year's resolutions, I saw some statistics the other day. And it said that 23% of people that start a New Year's resolution fail within the first week. All right, so not very good odds. And then on top of that, 92% of people that start a New Year's resolution fail in general. That means that if you start a New Year's resolution, you have an 8% likelihood of actually accomplishing the goal that you set out to accomplish. And I think that goes without saying, those aren't very good odds. Welcome to Apex, my name's Jacob, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about New Year's resolutions and what you can do to set yourself up for success, and why you don't need to wait and you shouldn't wait to start setting goals and going after the things in life that you want. And specifically, I'm referring to health, nutrition, and fitness. Because when it comes to those three things, that's what most New Year's resolutions are. They have something to do with improving your health, getting more physically fit, being more active, getting in shape, and getting that dream body that you've always wanted. From what I've seen, those are usually the most common goals. And those are the most common ones I see people fail time and time again. And there's a lot of reasons people fail. And I think most of it has to do with poor planning, because people go into a New Year's resolution and they have these high expectations for themselves. They set these big goals, which, don't get me wrong, it's great to dream big. And it's fantastic to have big goals, but you also need to have realistic expectations. And if you set a goal to, let's say, get the dream body that you've always wanted, you want to get physically fit, you want to improve your diet, and you want to get in shape. So that could mean losing 100 pounds. To lose that 100 pounds, you might be going on an extreme diet. You might be trying to sleep more. You might be trying to exercise. You might be trying to weight train and do cardio, and set up these morning routines where you get up at 4 a.m. and you meditate and you go for a walk and you do all these things, and all this stuff compounds. And when you set goals like that, it becomes very overwhelming, when the simplest thing that we can do, and the thing that's going to set us up for success, is to set micro goals. So that would be something like choosing one item, just one single thing, and focusing on that for 60 to 90 days. Build a habit around that, master that one thing, hit that one goal, and then set another goal. So maybe the first thing is, you want to wake up at 6 o'clock every morning and you want to go for a walk. Perfect. That's a great goal. Do that for 60 to 90 days. Once you've mastered that and you've built a healthy habit, then maybe you want to start cleaning up your diet. Maybe you want to get away from hyper-processed food. You want to start eating more real whole foods, or maybe you want to adopt a carnivore diet and you want to try that out for 90 days. That's another great goal. And you can even set up micro goals off that. So if you want to adopt a carnivore diet, that in itself for some people can be kind of overwhelming. So to set micro goals for that, you could set up for the first 30 days, just cut out one food group. So if you're drinking soft drinks, you're drinking sodas, then cut those out for 30 days and drink water. And once you've mastered that, cut out processed food and just focus on whole foods. Do that for 30 days, 60 days, however long you want to do it. Then cut those out and focus on meat, or focus on replacing those foods with meat over a period of time. And not only is that going to be a more realistic goal that you can actually adhere to, it's also going to make you feel a whole lot better, because you're not just jumping in carnivore head first, setting yourself up for failure because you feel like crap when you're detoxing from all these processed foods that you've been eating for decades and decades. So micro goals can be very, very beneficial, and those things compound. As you complete a goal and you move to the next one, it's going to empower you and it's going to keep you pushing forward. And you're also going to start to realize that for every micro goal that you accomplish and that you hit, that's taking you one step closer to the ultimate goal that you want to achieve. And tying into that, the thing that's more important than setting the goal is believing that the goal is possible. You have to actually believe it. And not only do you have to believe it, you have to want it. But if you're setting the goal, that means you want it. So believe in yourself. Believe that you can hit that goal. Because for a lot of us, we have all these big dreams and we set these goals, and there's all these things in life that we want to accomplish that we never go after because we don't really think we're capable of achieving it. So we kind of put it off and we kick the can down the road, and then before you know it, it's too late. And our chances of achieving that goal has probably dwindled because we've set up habits that have kept us from doing those things, and those habits are going to be harder to break. Maybe our health is deteriorated to the point to where if we tried to start now, the outcomes wouldn't be as good. And even if we can hit the goal, it's going to be much harder to do that. But by simply believing it's possible, that also is going to empower you, and it's going to give you the strength and courage to go after the things you want. Because when it comes to this life, everything is impossible until it's not. And we see that time and time again. The 4-minute mile was thought to be impossible. Now there's kids in high school doing it. Climbing Everest, it was thought to be impossible until somebody did it. As a guy who likes extreme motorsports, the backflip on a dirt bike was thought to be impossible until Travis Pastrana did it. And now there's people doing triple backflips. Landing a reusable rocket was thought to be impossible. And here comes Elon Musk. So time and time again, the things that we think are impossible are proven that they're not. And I would venture to say that if we can dream it up, if we can think of it in our minds, then it is possible. Somebody somewhere with enough willpower and enough drive, and maybe in some cases enough money, can probably make it happen. And when we talk about all these amazing feats and what it took to accomplish these things, and we compare that to the goals that we set for ourselves, those goals pale in comparison to some of the things that humans have achieved. So if you think about it that way, the goals that you set for yourself, there is no reason you should not be able to achieve those. So believe in yourself, believe in the process, set micro goals, and that's going to help set you up for success. And drilling that down even further, that's one big reason why you don't need to wait to set your New Year's resolution goals and to go after the things you want, because anything is possible. You don't need to wait for 2025 to roll around to start getting in shape. You don't need to wait until the New Year's hits to set a resolution, to start setting goals for yourself, and to start getting that dream body, or getting in shape, or cleaning up your diet, or doing the things that you want to do and accomplishing the goals that you want to get. And I would argue that it's important not to wait. It's important to go ahead and do it, because like I mentioned before, if you're setting up habits that prevent you from going after the things you want until the right time comes along, I got bad news for you. The right time never comes along. And a prime example of that would be kicking the can down the road, waiting for your health to deteriorate before you make a change. Because for a lot of people, that's what it takes. It takes a crying diagnosis, or it takes, somebody really close to them getting sick or even passing away for us to want to make a change. And that is not the right way to go about this. The right way to go about this is to understand that if you have a goal that you want to hit, then the right time is now, because that thought's already in your mind. There's no reason to put it off, because the longer you put it off, the less likely you are to do it, and the less likely you are to stick to it and achieve it. So think about what your goal is, and then think back on why you want to achieve that goal. What are the choices in your life that you've made up to this point that got you to the point where you are, where you need to make this change? And what you'll probably realize is that there are certain habits that you have, there are certain things that you've done that led you here, that are putting you in this position where you have to set these goals to improve yourself. Because if you've got 100 pounds to lose, or if you're eating a diet of hyper-processed food, or if your health is deteriorating, there's a lot of decisions you made that got you into that position. But it is important that when you look back and you think about your past and you think about what got you to the point you are, it's important to look at that and understand that this is a learning experience. This is showing you what not to do, and it's showing you the direction you need to go. Now, once you've thought about that and you've thought back on your past and you've thought about all the things that maybe you did wrong that got you in the spot that you are, now think forward. Look towards your future and think about what your ideal life looks like. Think about how good it feels to go out and do all the things that you want to do, to not have to rely on pharmaceuticals, to not have to fork out all this money on the medical industry, to live life on your terms, to think clearly, to be free from the clutches of the industrial food complex and hyper-processed food. Think about your dream, ideal outcome, and focus on that. That's going to give you a little bit more clarity on what micro goals you need to set to get you to that point. And it will start to make the path look a little more clear. And as you set these micro goals and you start working towards them, keep that ideal outcome in mind and focus on that. Use that as the driving force that's going to keep you pushing forward. And be willing to show up for yourself every single day and hold yourself accountable. You owe it to yourself to go after the things in life that you want and to get out of life exactly what you want. The people that are successful, they don't quit when things get hard. When there's a challenge in front of them, they don't just roll over and give up. They keep pushing forward. Even if they get knocked down, they get back up, they dust themselves off, and they try again. And that is very, very important when it comes to health. It's important when it comes to nutrition and fitness. It's important that you don't give up. And it's also important that you celebrate every win. No matter how big, no matter how small, if you got up in the morning and you took a step in the right direction, maybe it was getting up and just putting your running shoes on and not even going to the gym. But the fact that you at least got up and you stuck your feet in those shoes, that is a win. That's one step closer to getting you to your goal. So celebrate that. And if you fail or things get really hard, don't beat yourself up over it. Learn from that experience, get back up, dust yourself off, and try again. And if you do that enough times, even if you fail over and over and over, you're gonna get better at what you're doing, and eventually you will succeed. So if you have a New Year's resolution in mind, something you wanna achieve, if you have goals that you wanna accomplish, I hope this just serves as a reminder that anything is possible. If you believe it and you want it, go after it. Don't let anybody hold you back, and that includes yourself. Because the biggest thing standing between us and success is ourselves. Self-limiting beliefs will hold you back. Negative self-talk will make you believe that you can't achieve the things that you want to achieve. Biting off more than you can chew will overwhelm you, and it will leave you stuck. There is power in positivity. Adopt a positive mindset. Build healthy habits. Go after the things you want in life. Don't wait. Hold yourself accountable. Believe in yourself. Trust the process. And there is no doubt in my mind that you will achieve your goals and get out of life exactly what you want. So I hope this video inspires you and helps you reach your goals. If this resonates with you and you got some value out of this, comment the word goals below. And if you have a New Year's resolution or you have goals set for yourself, let me know down in the comments what those are. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like, subscribe, join the Apex Tribe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace out.